The rarest personality type according to the Myers-Briggs personality test, the INFJ is known for their empathetic, sensitive and intuitive nature. However, with this people-helping stereotype, what could explain the fact that Adolf Hitler, one of the darkest people in history, has been typed as an INFJ? Well, the fact of the matter is that an unhealthy INFJ is just as inhumanitarian as we once expected. Welcome back, Psychos. Today we're going to be talking about how the INFJ can be considered the most dangerous personality type. But before we begin, have you liked and subscribed to the channel? Go ahead, we won't start without you. Be sure to click the notification bell while you're there so that you never miss a video. Number 1. No one ever knows what they're really thinking. INFJs of all types are known to have a vast inner world that is occupied with many internal thoughts. However, because of their unique thought patterns and their deep understanding of humans, they rarely share their deepest thoughts with other people. INFJs know they think about topics that most people wouldn't even think of diving into. For an unhealthy INFJ, these thoughts can become extremely morbid. They can easily put on a front that gives everyone else around them the assumption that they're nothing but an average human being, when in reality they're thinking of things that would scare even the most experimental person. This trait is actually one of their greatest strengths if they use it for good rather than evil. However, not everyone is perfect, and a dark INFJ can easily use this power to encourage their evil genius ideas. People they love the most actually have no idea what an INFJ is really thinking or what they're going through in their own heads, and even seemingly innocent of this personality type can have their moments of delving into dark fantasies. Number 2. They know they have power over people. Once an INFJ personality type overcomes the hurdle of being extremely different to the average population, they begin to understand the true intelligent power they have over people. While most INFJs are called to use their highly sensitive and intuitive sixth sense to assist the world in becoming a better place, sometimes that notion backfires if their idea of helping humanity is leading the world in the direction they think it should go, rather than the direction that's best for humanity as a whole. Adolf Hitler's unfathomable dream is the perfect example of how INFJ power can be used in the worst way possible. By using charm and wit to their advantage, they can seemingly convince others of encouraging them in their grand plan by leaving out the dark and gruesome details. They can be extremely manipulative because they are masters of understanding the inner workings of the human mind, and some INFJs are keen on using this knowledge to get them where they want to be in life. Number 3. They are intoxicating. Another trait that follows the INFJ personality type to easily connect with other people is their infectious and magnetizing energy. If you're close to an INFJ, or you're an INFJ yourself, you'll understand that once you spend a good amount of time with this intuitive personality type, you feel a sense of loss when you're no longer around them. They exhibit a noticeable aura that makes others feel protected and understood in a world that is often so quick to judge. However, this can become dangerous to others because most INFJs are on a single-handed mission of self-improvement, and if that means abruptly distancing themselves from certain people that mean no harm, it can be seriously damaging. Although INFJs wouldn't ever shut someone out by being mean, unless they've been wronged, they can come off as slightly inconsiderate if their gut is telling them to move on from someone or something without factual basis or reasoning to back them up. Number 4. They can show serious unexpected rage. INFJ rage is actually one of their defense mechanisms, and if anyone has experienced INFJ rage, they most probably deserved it. Since the INFJ's empathetic and non-judgmental nature seems to attract people that are in need of some serious help, it's not uncommon for an INFJ to get walked over and used for their kindness. This personality type can have trouble setting boundaries when it comes to family, romantic relationships, and friendships because they avoid conflict at all costs. They'd rather live and let live than to make a fuss about every little thing that's bothering them. However, once an INFJ has been wronged too many times, or in an unforgiving way, the person that is doing them wrong can be unpleasantly surprised when they are faced with the other side of the INFJ. All of a sudden, the cool, calm and composed side of them can be replaced with the unforgiving, unempathetic and downright angry version of themselves. A side that nobody knew the INFJ had in them. This aspect of this personality type may seem dangerous, but it actually serves as a lesson for other people to watch how they treat others. Number 5. They strive to be perfect at everything. The perfectionist nature of the INFJ isn't as dangerous to others as it is to their own selves. However, it can play both ways depending on the situation. A good example of their perfectionism serving as a downfall is that the INFJ personality type, among all others, are most known to have eating disorders. A 2010 study compiled in the paper titled The Association Between Myers-Briggs Personality Types and Eating Disorders by Sarah Williams found that the most common type with an eating disorder was the INFJ type. This shows that their drive for perfectionism can ultimately become harmful to their mental health and physical well-being. Number 6. They can mentally blow things out of proportion. People trust the INFJ to guard their deepest, darkest thoughts and secrets because of their accepting and trustworthy essence. Most of the time, people are not wrong to think this way, as most INFJs really are the best secret keepers and advice givers. However, something other people don't take into account about sharing their truest thoughts with this personality type is that the INFJ is intuitively judging them, constantly keeping tabs on these small insights to people's minds. They may not perform a grand reaction to things that surprise them about other people, but because of their skepticism, they may take these guarded secrets and overthink them to the point of taking them completely out of context. Number 7. They don't require outer approval. The INFJ understands that we live in a world that's run on the idea of every man for himself, and this makes them extremely skeptical of almost everyone that they come across. Depending on the people that they're surrounded by, most INFJs don't trust others with their thoughts, ideas and secrets like others do with them, because they understand that the motives of people aren't always what they seem. They can easily convince themselves that someone is trying to talk them out of an idea, that the person must not understand the INFJ's view on the matter, resulting in them ultimately shutting out the opinions of others completely. This can be dangerous because the one-track mind of an INFJ can sometimes blind them to the future consequences of their actions, and sometimes a trusted opinion or two can actually really help them get a different perspective on everyday matters. And number 8, criticisms can change their perspective on someone else. One thing that almost all INFJs share is their struggle to accept criticism from other people. Because of their intuitive and perfectionist nature, this personality type pays close attention to every minor detail of most decisions and projects in their lives. And if they fall short of the high expectations that they set for themselves, they can be extremely hard on themselves. This perfectionism paired with their people-pleasing tendencies, the INFJ can easily become offended and taken aback should someone criticize them for the way that they do something. Although in most circumstances the INFJ won't hold a grudge, when it comes to criticism they may never look at that person the same way. Dangerous may be a stretch, but this irrational tendency can definitely take its toll on the INFJ's relationships, while others can be considerably damaging for sensitive people that are only sharing their suggestions out of love and care. So Psychos, let us know in the comments below if you disagree with any of these reasons as to why the INFJ can be considered the most dangerous of the 16 personality types. Don't forget to leave us a like, share this video with your friends and also subscribe to the channel for more Psycho videos.